And the Messiah is located at the very heart of the movement of history. And the Messiah is connected with Jerusalem. And so history is ending with Islam playing a spectacular role. I should not have to repeat what I have just said. I'm speaking slowly so you can understand. It can sink in. But our Prophet said, Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, it's time for me now to look inside. I've been looking outside. And I've been sending a message from Islamabad to Caracas. I'll be sending a message from Islamabad to Caracas, to Bolivia, to Nicaragua, to the oppressed of the world who are struggling. But having done that, now let's look inside. Our Prophet said, Allah's blessings be upon him, he said, my ummah, means my community, is like the rain. I do not know which shower is better, the first or the last. I came to Pakistan 4 months ago, and I astonished Pakistan when I said that I am 82 years of age by the moon and almost 80 by the sun. I have been superbly educated, mashallah, and I have traveled extensively in the world, and I have written a large number of books which have been received with respect on Islamic eschatology. And so I do have some credentials to speak. And largely due to the internet, we now have a very large number of people who are listening to me. And I said that I don't see the last shower of rain coming from the Arab world. This is not to say that I am speaking condescendingly of the Arabs. Nor do I see it coming from Turkey, where the brainwashing is to such an extent, they don't care that Turkey is a member of NATO. It's peripherally important. But Afghanistan said, and I want to begin my praise for Afghanistan now, whether they like it or they don't, that Afghanistan said to Turkey, when NATO leaves, you leave as well. Meaning, after NATO has left, if you are still here, you're in trouble. We take care of you. That is lovely. That's music in my ears. That Afghanistan is not asleep. So for the critics of Afghanistan, take that and chew it for a while. The brainwashing of the Turkish people, and I'm enormously unpopular in Turkey, oh sure, enormously unpopular. The brainwashing of the Turkish people is so great that they still cannot recognize that Allah has spoken in the Quran concerning the church and the synagogue and the cathedral and the masjid, that you have a duty to fight to protect it. So how can you take it and convert it to a masjid, a cathedral? The Quran is our guidance, not events taking place in Spain. Don't come with that nonsense. When the Quran is here as our guide, why are you running from the Quran? Don't you have any respect? But the Turkish people are still supporting Erdogan, who took Hagia Sophia and converted it to a masjid for the second time, shamefully, disgracefully, sinfully. But look at the Pakistani people. I came here 4 months ago. I told them this is wrong. The Quran prohibits this. And when we conquer Constantinople, as prophesied by the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, we are going to return Hagia Sophia to the Orthodox Christian world. And when we do that, then the prophecy in the Quran will be fulfilled, which is in Surah Al-Ma'idah, that the Christian people will come closest in love and affection for us Muslims. And guess what? Nobody in Pakistan differed with me. If there are people in Pakistan who differ with me, they prefer to stay away from me. So then where will the last shower come from? I don't see it coming from Africa or from Southeast Asia. I have said over and over again these last 4 months, this is my opinion. I can be wrong, I make mistakes. But my opinion is that the last shower of scholarly rain will come from Pakistan. But it will not come from the Darul Uloom. And Afghanistan has the same Darul Uloom as Pakistan. No difference. No difference. The last shower of scholarly rain will come from the scholarly profile of Dr. Iqbal. Despite mistakes that he made. But I also make mistakes. And the last shower of scholarly rain will come from his student, his most distinguished student of Iqbal, the one who responded to Iqbal's call for a reconstruction of religious thought in Islam, and the one who wrote the 2-volume book which is available at the back, The Quranic Foundations and Structure of Muslim Society, in response to Iqbal. My teacher of blessed memory, Maulana Dr. Muhammad Fazlur Rahman Ansari, rahimahullah. This is the last shower of scholarly rain. But now, today, we have to agree, we have to accept that the last shower of military rain is coming from Afghanistan and from Khorasan. Whether the Afghan people are able to maintain unity in their ranks or not, because Shaitan is always at work to try to bring rivalry and different warlords and disunity and fighting and civil war. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. But so far, the evidence is that they have given a spectacular demonstration that they are the last shower of military rain in this ummah. Having said that, we now have to turn to other matters which are not so agreeable. I said in my lecture in Lahore a week and a half ago, I don't know how long it'll take before Kabul falls. But now it appears as though Kabul is not going to last for maybe another month. And when Kabul falls, when this present Yankee government, that's what they deserve to be called, Yankee government in Afghanistan, perishes, and the Islamic Emirate is restored, what are the implications? I now want to tell you this story, and many of those listening to this lecture in different parts of the world are going to be astonished when they hear this. That when there was the Islamic Emirate in Afghanistan for about 5 years, I think 1996 to 2001 perhaps, and Mullah Umar was the head of the government, I was based in New York, and Islam and international relations was my subject. I had been studying. I knew the thought of our foremost scholars on the subject. I had read the works of modern scholars like Dr. Muhammad Hamidullah of Hyderabad, Deccan, the Osmania University, and his famous book, The Muslim Conduct of State. I had read the works of Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman, who was a Saudi scholar from Saudi Arabia, who did his PhD in Islam and international relations. And I had his PhD thesis, and I studied it. I read the works of Majid Khadouri in Johns Hopkins University, who translated the Islamic Law of Nations of Shaybani. And I had been researching Islam and international relations for a long time. And so when the Islamic Emirate appeared on the scene in the mid-90s, I responded to it from New York.